Greetings and welcome to One Sparkle Love, Spirituality in a Modern World. It's presented by Unisparkle Muse, LLC. And this will probably be the last video that I make for a very long time. Simply because I had something to conquer in life. And I didn't really speak much till after the age of 50. And by the time I started speaking, it was because I had to do college papers to get my, master's and Ph.D. and all that jazz. So it's like, okay, I had to start speaking. Otherwise, I just really saw no need in it. I'm busy doing my own thing. So, with that said, I had to conquer the fear of public speaking. So I've done more things under the sun in videos, podcasts, everything else. Well, after my third cancer, I'm pretty much exhausted. So then trying to do that and trying to heal is just too exhausting. Now, when I was 12 years old, I started growing plants. And how many children do you know are actually growing plants because they want to know the chemical compounds of how to control the hormones? I mean, how many people you know do that? That's what I did. I sat in my basement, so obviously that was my lab. And no, I didn't have any machines to help me. I had to figure all this out for myself. Now, as a teenager, I had my plants growing, and I had poundages in plastic bags in my closet. And so then I could have them whenever I wanted, and they would be safe because I controlled the chemical compounds. Now, if I'm doing this at 12, I never went to high school. I left home at 15, traveled the United States, and yes, I made myself homeless and whatnot. So I traveled the United States because in that 3 years, I gained more experience than most people will ever endure, because there were certain things I was looking for in life. So at age 18, I go back to school, never went to high school. I'm a girl from a small town. I go get my GED all the way to a Ph.D. So basically, I didn't have the subliminal brainwashing that everybody else did. No, I figured out my own world without any help from anyone else. Thank you very much. Now, as I go through the cancer treatments, of course, basically, they're worried about you, and you have to do radiation and chemotherapy for 7 weeks. You pretty much get to the point, guess what? You don't eat. So I don't eat for almost 4 months. And I went from 165 pounds to 111 pounds. Thank you. I knew the chemical compounds of plants. Why were plants created? They're God's gift for healing. Okay? So now I'm growing all my plants at 12, knowing how to change the chemical compounds within the hormones at age 12. Now, the government regulates our food nutrition. However, somebody thought it was a really cool idea. Let's create some plastic. And years later, it creates havoc in human health. Why? Because they were all into the greed called money without thinking about the establishment of chemical compounds that controls hormones. You control the hormones of a human, you then will determine the lifespan of that human. Hello, it's not rocket science, it's called logic, folks. So, bottom line is, married to a Mexican from Guadalajara, for 20 years, I know all about Mexican food. I integrate that into my recipes. Now, as an American, I integrate that cultural foods into my recipes. Now, as a plant-based holistic nutritionist for 40 years, I incorporate that food nutrition into my recipes. That's 3 different cultures. Now, I love foods from India. That's 4 different cultures. Now, with a PhD in metaphysics, I've learned about world foods in world cultures because I study everything under the sun. So I have at least 5 different cultures in every meal that I cook. So what I'm doing is I create very unique recipes every week. And so people that, if they try to copy my recipes, they will not know from what culture I then consume from in what it is that I'm eliminating from this stupid thing they call cancer. As I said before, I don't have time for this shit. I got places to go, people to see, things to do. And the cancer was gone in 4 weeks, even though I didn't eat it for almost 4 months. Because I have things to take care of. I don't have time for these shenanigan games. So I basically, certain foods you learn with your medical issues. High histamine, for example, there are over 900 foods you do not consume, or it will then play histamine in your body, and it creates histamine intolerant. That means your enzymes are now not working correctly because you've had cancer treatments. You see, so there are a lot of issues at play when I create my recipes. Do I create them because I want to? It was the fact of necessity for survival, and that's what I do. And so for each recipe is a whole unique blend. I took, for 4 years, I took 68 cancer-fighting herbs breakfast, 68 cancer-fighting herbs lunch, 68 cancer-fighting herbs dinner. I ate this for 3 meals a day. I didn't put them in my snacks. I ate 6 times a day. I know how to control the chemical compounds that come into my being and how to get rid of them. I'm 61, I'll be 62 in 2025, and no, I don't take medication. You keep your pennies in your pocket. Your pennies create babies that create dollars. Super cool. In 2024, recycling plastics and cans, I made $104.68, simply because I know how to make my babies called pennies grow. And I do not consume man-made products in chemical compounds. Oh no, I control the chemical compounds that I consume. So the fact is that when something invades your space, do you roll over and become scared? No. You then find your power, and my power is anger. You will not step into my world with your shenanigan crap of emotional immaturity, because I was maturing at 12, creating chemical compounds of what I was going to consume for the rest of my life. And that's how that works. Now, before I got the cancer, I was creating children's books. Now, mind you, when I moved to this town they call a city that wants to be incorporated into a metropolis, I basically moved here and did not know this place existed when I moved from California. Now, when I moved here, come to find out, the job I got was actually same street as my last name. At the end of the street is numbers, and the numbers are exactly my birthday. One of the schools I mowed, street name, where that school is my first name. So it was inevitable in destiny that I moved here in order to create a whole different life than I knew previously. I am Gemini. That is Mercury planet. Mercury is the messenger of the gods. So the things that I speak of as an ordained reverend of divine energy, I am bringing to you messages from the higher ups, whether you call them gods, goddesses, universe, God, whatever floats your boat. Okay? Now, while here, I created, studying everything under the sun. I do world astrology, world mythology, world science, world health, world everything. So basically, I created a children's book because people couldn't understand my lingo of what I speak of how to, eliminate the chemical compounds and the fundamental mechanics. And, I just talk in scientific form because that's how my brain regulates since the day I was born. So basically, I wrote a children's book, and the first series is Chinese astrology signs. So basically, I did that, and then the cancer, and remember, I work landscaping, over 30 years professional landscaping. I'm over 50. So the doctor tells me that I have cancer, very rare, and usually the people in China, men, get this cancer, and they're over age 50. Okay, well, I work in a man's shop. I'm over 50, and I'm creating Chinese astrology signs. I sketch and I paint these. Okay, yeah. I'm also doing Celtic and Native American and Mayan and just worldwide astrology, okay? So within this 90 characters I created, good, bad, all the scenes and everything, was also, I created, because remember, I'm the messenger of the gods. I created Chichimau, which was a virus from the year of 5088 brought to the year of 3050 in the book Shawanisha's Past, Present, and Future Lifetimes that is guided with her 5-element spirit guides. You see, it's a children's book because if people say bring it down, so I thought what's the best way, but in a children's book. So basically, whatever I see, I envision, and then I bring it forward, and whatever I want in life, I get because I created. And the message from the spirit realm is the virus, Chuchu, and by the time it's all done, getting in the book and everything, well, I started cancer 2017, so it was created in 2013, it was put to use in 2017, and then in 2020, lo and behold, the world gets a virus called COVID. Okay, so these are just messages from the spirit realm. I'm just the messenger, so pay attention. Now, the next message is coming from the spirit realm, as I know exactly the next invasion for humanity. And it goes from, if it sits too long, it's a bacteria that turns into a virus. And what you can't see can hurt you more than what you can see. And so basically, the next one is going to be a virus in the left human eye that will invade humanity in 2025. Now, I noticed the other day when I go to get these things to create my next recipe, I got some shallots here because I can't have onions, and I have garlic, so I'm cutting them up. And I thought it was really weird that these bags are so weird that I'm thinking maybe the corn or whatever, heavy ones, rutabaga and whatnot, or falling through the bags is why they changed it. No, hello, this is for compost. So they're changing the chemical compounds inside plastic bags to make it more biodegradable so the plastic doesn't invade the human species and create health havoc. Okay, it took how many years for a scientific world to figure this out that I figured out when I was 12 years old? What's wrong with you people? Get with the program. What is the program? The program is called life. What is life? Life is called work. What is work? It is in numerology, the number 4. In numerology, my destiny is Greek Hebrew. My destiny is a 4. In the Kabbalah, my destiny number is a 6. What's my birthday? 6663. Okay. What is my work truck number? 6686. Now, as we all know that the male ionic energy is number 3, conflict. My birthday is 6663. So I got 3 love, female energy, and I have 1 male conflict, ionic energy. Okay? Now, my truck is 6686 at work, That's 3 6s. That's female love, number 6. And number 8 is abundance. So I have abundance in working as a gang more. And I'm proud to be the number 1 gang more female racer nationwide. I am number 1, and everyone knows this. Why? Because I created the chemical compounds in what it was that I will create in this lifetime. I've been doing this all my life because I am the one who is in power. So if you're afraid of anything in life, take back your power. And how do you do that? Are you in control, or is the power in control? That's how it works, and that's the way it is. And life is love, love is life. Blessings from Reverend Dr. Juanita Lewis, D.Div, Ph.D. Thank you for your support.